afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Thursday, February 3rd, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern. We will have our Verse Aging Health Call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Friday. There are so many rules, laws, and regulations that are placed on top of us that it's a miracle we can still breathe. Do not worry about whether others will be upset if you go against the flow of the flock of sheep. You will be doing everyone a great favor by letting your real creativity shine through. Showing them how to step outside of their box. If they are a massive rule follower, they must most likely feel stuck in a velvet rut and unsure if their whole life is a lie. Be a courageous lion of love and a true leader of joy in your overly fearful community. Smile with your loving heart upon everyone. This will break their hypnotic spell. You can break free from all their concerns and worries. It is not your job to be on top of what others think. Listen to your heart. Know what your truth is. Knowing this, you'll always make the right choices. This life is meant for you to be fully self-expressed. It's your time to shine and be absolutely free. And it feels so freaking fun to let go and have it all hang out. Faith is a state of openness or trust. Faith is a state of openness or trust. The attitude of faith is to let go and become open to truth, whatever it might turn out to be, Alan Watts. Manifesting abundance is an effortless experience. Divine goodies just seem to fall into your lap when you're living in abundance consciousness. If you want to shift into this awesome vibration, the first thing that you want to do is adopt an attitude of gratitude. It always goes back to gratitude. Once you're into the appreciation mindset, opportunities will start opening up for you in every direction. The universe physically rewards those who are choosing to have positive thoughts and good feelings that open the heart and make the soul sing. When you're grateful for everything in your life, the heart is relaxed and the mind becomes quiet and peaceful. This is the first golden secret to opening up the channel to attract anything and everything that you desire. The second secret, which will create real freedom in this life, comes down to one basic thing: your relationship with the God Source and how connected you feel with it. This relationship determines our level of confidence inside ourselves and how effortless it will be to manifest a constant flow of abundance in our direction. When we are aligned with the highest source of love, our energy shifts instantly, receiving the deep guidance that we are seeking, which increases our ability to trust in the next action step that will generate the flow of prosperity our way. This sacred connection turns us into natural magnets for receiving the physical desires that we are wanting to have. The third understanding is attracting physical success in this life. It is the habit of feeding the subconscious mind thoughts and feelings of success at the beginning of each day by starting off your day reprogramming your subconscious with positive, life-affirming, powerful statements. These messages bubble back up into your conscious mind throughout your day, making you feel worthy of receiving the goodies you want and giving you the inspiration to go out and create them. By taking 20 minutes each morning to reprogram your mind with positive affirmations. You'll enlighten your attitude for the next 24 hours. This will help you manifest a new situation in your world. It's truly that easy to start feeling what it's like to have nothing to worry about in your life ever again. Now you have a choice. You can take 3 guided inner journeys into this deeper positive mindset so that you start living in a permanent state of abundance consciousness and start manifesting it everywhere you go. In this set of 3 manifesting meditations, you will understand these manifesting mantra meditations, which will reprogram your subconscious mind. So you'll feel worthy of receiving everything your heart desires. You'll also experience a journey on what it feels like to be completely free on every level of abundance. And the last one, you'll get to meet your enlightened inner guru who will help you correct or connect with the intuition that you will help you make the best possible decisions for your future. And it's all about manifesting your life. That's all it is. You determine how you want to live. You communicate with the God within you. You increase your vibrational frequency first thing in the morning, every morning. You don't allow yourself to be seduced by the ego mind. Because remember, the subconscious mind, it reflects and copies everything the ego mind does and stores it and then replays it. You see, a lot of us don't know this, but the subconscious mind is programmed. And it repeats all of these things to your mind, to your ego mind. The ego mind creates it, and then the subconscious mind records it and stores it. So unbeknownst to many of us, what happens is that we repeat. The negativity and the pessimistic come in through the subconscious mind. This is where you find yourself kind of repeating things over and over again. And you keep getting the same results. You keep repeating the same thing over and over again, you keep getting the same results. Then, of course, you get frustrated because you go, what's going on here? So to circumvent that, every morning you are programming your subconscious mind, which will then send that programming to the ego mind, which will then set you on a higher path and a higher frequency. A lot of us don't. In meditation, we meditate to reprogram the reprogramming meditation of the subconscious mind. And we know pretty much about the ego mind, but not too much about the subconscious mind. It's where all the information is stored. It's like I say, it's our library. And it repeats things, and it doesn't matter. It will automatically repeat things. It will send these thoughts, these energies to the ego mind, and the ego mind will dictate to you, and then you'll experience it. So you program this subconscious mind every morning. Because you literally, in the manifesting meditations, you're communicating to the ego mind, right? Which the subconscious mind records and stores, which then it will play it back to the ego mind. You see what happens? So that's how you reprogram the subconscious mind. Every morning, you focus on high frequency, gratitude, period. How grateful you are for everything. And then you send the message to the ego mind of what you want, which actually then goes to the universe, and it is recorded by the subconscious mind that then replays it to the ego mind. It's pretty nifty. So when you get into this, if something disappoints you, right? And you weren't really expecting anything, but it disappoints you. You just emotionally. And you cannot afford to drop in low frequency. So what do? You shift gears and you say how grateful you are for that to have occurred. And I know a lot of people go, well, that's kind of silly, it's kind of strange. Not really. Because we become, this is what we're doing in these bodies. We're going within, and we are mastering the physical form. And we're also mastering the ego mind and the subconscious mind. And it isn't anywhere near as busy as your ego mind is going to try to portray to you. And this is a big challenge because it gets confusing for many of us. But through meditation, you begin to recognize and understand is that you have to you're teaching all of these students, which is the ego mind and the subconscious mind. These are the students of you, the God, in that body. So you're teaching the students what to do and how to do it. This is what's going on. But if you're oblivious to teaching those students, the ego mind and the subconscious mind, then they will teach you. They will lead you. You won't lead them. And that's how all this has always worked. So it's an unfolding and an understanding at the same time that you start to say to yourself, I'm deeply grateful for every single second I'm in this body. And you begin to send that from the heart mind, not the ego mind. And after a while, the ego mind starts to believe that in deep gratitude. Now, you don't have specifics, but you stay in deep gratitude just because you are what you are. And the whole point of this is to bring them into the now. That's the whole point of this. Bring them into the now where they will vanish. That's the end result. Now, obviously, they will kick and scream going into the now if you try to force them. But what you're actually doing with the ego mind is you're seducing them. And this is imperative practice for any of us. We know that the ego mind is very insecure. We know that. That's why a lot of us are insecure and feel unloved, unhappy, unworthy. That's because the ego mind feels that way. And it always has to have a fix of getting or having something all the time, 24/7. It's never satisfied. It may be satisfied for a few hours, a day or so, but it's right back at it. And what do you think's copying that? The subconscious mind copies it all and it stores it. In fact, the subconscious mind stores everything, since you've been in that body. And it also holds storage for all of your lifetimes. So you imagine that. All that information whirling around and being sent back to the ego mind. And then, what do? we act it out. We live it. We create it into reality. That's why most of us don't know what's going on about that, because we've never gone within ourselves to discover it. But when you unravel it, you begin to understand, oh, wait a minute here. My subconscious mind copies everything that the ego mind produces, that I act out, that I experience. And I don't know that the ego mind is master over me, because I've never taken the time to go within and watch the ego mind, to still it and to stay out of it and to move into the now. It's like an echo effect, is about the best way to put it. It's like when, if you're in a canyon and you voice out, hello, and it echoes, comes back to you, right? Well, the subconscious mind is like an echo. Have you ever experienced where it sends something back to you over and over again? Like a worry, a stress, or a fear, it keeps coming up, it keeps welling up, it doesn't go away, it just keeps coming back. So every morning, in a morning meditation, you stay where? In the now. You focus on the breath every morning, and you stay where? In gratitude. It's tough for a lot of us, because a lot of us, whether we know it or not, are fighting upstream. We're fighting to get upstream. Say, we're not downstream thinking. We are not in deep gratitude. We're just, we're in a boat, letting it go, let the current take us wherever it's going to take us. We're doing the opposite. That's what makes this life, for a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people, so strenuous. Trying, where we get frustrated and irritated with ourselves. So we're out to eliminate. We're out to instantly increase our vibration and higher vibration. Gratitude, high vibration, right? Anger, low vibration. Envy, low vibration. Happy, content, high vibration. You begin to liberate yourself and your future by beginning to download this information into your mind. That's what happens. You download it into the ego mind. You know what's coming in. You know that your subconscious mind is going to copy it and store it and use it over and over again. From time to time, those of us who are aware reprogram the subconscious mind. So we kind of clean it out and we put new stuff in there. Good stuff, positive, high frequency stuff that will send it to the ego mind. And the outcome's totally different. It's like a superhighway, but you're absolutely sending these higher frequencies to the universe so that the universe responds to you in a high frequency response. If you're low-keyed and you're upset, you're frustrated, you're fearful, you're going to get more of it. Boomerang. You throw it out with that to the universe, you're going to get the same thing coming back to you over and over and over again, as long as you maintain that low vibrational frequency. And we all experience this. None of us are exempt from it. We all experience it. But we don't need to keep experiencing it over and over and over and over again. We don't need to walk up to a brick wall and to think that we're going to knock that brick wall down by taking our forehead and banging it against that brick wall over and over and over again. Instead, we take the brick wall down, brick after brick, and then we walk over it. The bricks on the floor. There's ways of doing, as far as our journey is concerned, that are with ease. And we don't need to force anything. So we leave it all to the universe. We state our desire, right, our want, clearly, with high frequency, and then we just give it off and say, hey, it'll happen. Don't know when, don't care. It's not up to me at this point. I've already sent it out. It could be that you want to feel better, right? It could be you want to experience more happiness. And you do that from being happy, not being depressed and then saying, I would like to experience happiness, because you're sending a low frequency and you're expecting a high frequency response. It doesn't work that way. You bring yourself up to the frequency of the universe, which is high frequency, which is deep eternal love, gratitude, peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness. These are all high frequencies. And it is imperative that we keep ourselves there, because if we don't, guess what happens? We all know. We get all the stuff that we don't want. That's what happens to many of us in this life. We get all the stuff we don't want. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And this is everyday practice. This is the first thing we care to do is relax the body. These physical bodies that we're in. And they're like sponges. And they absorb everything, every emotion, whether it be angry, whether it be love, whether it be frustration, impatience, whatever. Now we can release it, all of it, by moving into the now through our breath. You see, we don't interact with the ego mind and the subconscious mind. We don't interact with them. This is what stilling the mind means. So when we move into to the now through this meditation, through our breath, easy in through the nose and easy out through the mouth, we're only focused on the breath. The mind chatter goes. The incessant ego mind goes. The subconscious mind goes. We're not participating in them. And all the thoughts that they generate pass us by, like clouds in the sky. We're not even interested in grabbing any of those. Only in the now, because all we have is the now, no matter what the ego mind tries to convince you. Well, you have tomorrow. You don't know that. And why even worry or think about that and lower your frequency? Your joy and your gratitude is for the now. You're happy that you're in the now. That you're having second to second, moment to moment, experiencing the now. All the other stuff that isn't happening, that's disappointing or this or that, is gone. Why immerse ourselves in all of that over and over and over again? See, as soon as you go into the now, the body begins to loosen up and let go. And the more you stay in the now and deep gratitude, the more the body relaxes. And all the stuff that is collected drops away. All of it. Only the now is important. Only the moment for each of us. And then people think, well, sounds complicated. No, it isn't. You focus on your breath, you're in the now. You don't focus on your breath, you're not in the now. If you forget to breathe like some people do, you're definitely not in the now. The body's going to let you know that it needs to breathe, though. I'll tell you that. See, we all of us have that power. We don't get it from somewhere, outside of ourselves. We all are equipped with it. To turn ourselves into moving energy into form, creating into reality, which is manifesting. You move energy into form, you create it into reality, and then you experience it. Manifestation. And all of us have the power to implement that. In the morning, we motivate ourselves by being in deep gratitude. That's it. That's simple. And we don't do it once in a great while. We're doing it all day long, all night long, all morning long. To be in deep gratitude for everything, even the bad stuff, even the stuff that you don't care to have around. Because it's experience. And this is the only way we will master the ego mind and the subconscious mind, by leaving it alone, by focusing on the now and staying in the now in deep gratitude. That's how we will master them, because then we watch them. Don't judge them. We watch them. Watch how they are. We watch how fearful thoughts come in. We watch how angry thoughts, loving thoughts, all these, we watch how they do it. So then we get to the point where we know that's an ego thought coming in. I don't even care to participate with that thought. That's an ego-generated fear thought coming in. It's not coming from you. It's coming from the ego mind. It's when you send out this burst of light. You send out the love. You send out the gratitude. You tell the universe you're in deep gratitude for everything. And then you tell the universe, this is what I want. Very specifically, one thing in detail. And then you let it go. And your faith and trust in yourself is unmatched only by the universe. So you're on the same vibrational frequency. The same, no matter what's happening in your lives. You decide to move your vibrational frequency up. You match the universe's vibrational frequency, and then all of the abundance you could ever imagine continues to flow to you. But even in a blink of the eye, you lower that vibrational frequency, and that abundance passes right over you. It flies right by you, right over you. Okay? So you bring yourself back up. That abundance flows right into you. For you, of you, and with you. And it's easy for us to be seduced by the ego mind, subconscious mind. And what do? We get frustrated, disappointed, upset, all of that. Which is what? Low frequency, low vibrational frequency. Which does what? Attracts more of the same stuff that we don't care to have. It's like saying to yourself that you're deeply grateful for the life that you have in this very moment, that the life you're experiencing. That increases your vibrational frequency. Or you might say, this is the ego mind. I want a better life. Okay? Because you're not in gratitude for the life that you have, you want a better life. That's a low vibrational frequency. I'm deeply grateful exactly the way I am in this very moment. That's a high vibrational frequency. I don't like the way my body looks. I don't like the way this looks. I can't look at myself in the mirror. That's a low vibrational frequency. And we're the only ones that can do that for ourselves. That's why I always say it's all about you. It's not about everybody around you. It's about you. It's about you taking care of yourself first rather than sacrificing everything and taking care of everybody else. How are you going to be happy? You're not. See, you've got to be whole in peace, in gratitude, in love, before you can ever assist anybody else fully. You see how disjointed that becomes? Then you just give without even thinking, without expecting, without wanting. You give. That's high vibrational frequency. When you don't expect is when things occur. When you expect, they don't occur. You ever notice that? See, that's the road to low frequency and suffering. Now, when we relax the body, we do that through being in the now. And we know that we are not the body. We know that we are not the mind, not the ego, not the personality, not the character. We're none of that. We're the God within the body, the God source. Pure, deep, eternal love. So we can look in the body anytime we want. When you look inside the body you're in, you will see 7 lights from your tailbone to the top of your head. 7 lights. What are they? They're spiritual, etheric energy. We, the gods that we are, spiritual, etheric energy. We flow through them. They're known as chakras on this planet. Chakra means what? Wheel of light. Wheel, light, wheel of light. And these allow us, the gods in the body, to know everything about these bodies inside and out, head to toe, right down to the quantum quark. So we know the blood flow, we know the blood cells, we know everything, the mitochondria, all the energy transference, anything about these bodies, intimately. That's when we journey within, stay within, and then we end up meeting the gods that we are, and then we discover that we are the power of healing these bodies. And we will eventually, the day will come where we will discover the fact that we can do it in the blink of the eye. That's how powerful we are. Now, we all, we reminisce. We have memories, and we experience those memories again. We do. We'll go back in time, and, we have a subconscious mind. It's the library. It's the resource center for us. And I'm not saying it's all good, because it collects everything, reflects everything, collects it all. So when you go into that room of your subconscious mind, and you pick up some movies, you start watching them, because it's a memory you had that you're reliving, because it was so fun. And you should get in an easy chair, and you've got some books, and you're reminiscing, and you're watching the pictures move by, and it's fun. But we don't stay there. We'll do that, and then we put everything away, and we turn off the light, and we shut the door. But picture 3 paths. There's 3 gold circles. There's one on the left, one on the right, one in the center. And ahead of them, you have these paths that are canopied by these golden, sparkling trees, the leaves, everything golden. And you have this brilliant emerald green flaming grass as the path. And the one on the left is the past, the one on the right is the future, and the one in the center is the now. The only difference between these is that the one on the left and one on the right look really used. The one you're standing on, the now, in the center, looks hardly used at all. Because most of us spend most of our time either in the past or in the future. We jump over the now. The reason that is because the ego mind stops us from going into the now, because it knows that if it goes into the now, it won't exist. Now, we don't, like a lot of us, most of us don't stay in the past, right? It's like I said, we reminisce and then we leave. And we visit it on occasion. Some of us, though, however, do stay in the past. And we stay there so long that we bring the past into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future from that past, and we relive that past in that future. Period. This is why a lot of people will say, no matter what we do, we always end up here. Now, others, we all go into a future that doesn't exist because we create the future in the now. But we'll go into that future, and we'll ask ourselves, when is this going to happen? You know, when am I going to be well enough to enjoy my life? When am I going to be wealthy enough to enjoy my life? When am I going to have a new house? When am I going to have a new vehicle? You know, when am I going to meet the lifelong romantic partner? All those things. And when we don't get answers, we seek external authority to give us the answers. See, we are relying on external authority for our future. And not knowing that we create our futures. All of us do. We always have. So the now is it. Can you guarantee that you'll be in that body tomorrow? Can you guarantee it without a doubt? Probably not. So we savor every split second that we are in these bodies, these physical vessels. And we're in deep gratitude for every second that we're in them. And we value them. And that keeps us in high vibrational frequency most of the time. Now we know that we are the God in the body, heaven on earth. Literally. And we're consciously aware. Consciously aware means that we know that we are of and from the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest eternal love. We know it. We know what we are. And we're getting better and better at it to a certain extent as we progress and we move forward and downstream. So every step we take on this planet, we're creating paradise. And we're shining our light. Whether you're asleep or awake, you're shining your light. Obviously, it's much more impactful when you're awake and you're shining your light. The light is what? Love. Deep eternal love. That's our light. And we shine it everywhere. And we blast it. You go out into a crowd, you say, I'm going to blast everybody with my love. Right through the heart mind, out to everybody. Then you say, well, you know what? I'm going to expand that. I'm going to blast this entire planet with my light. And eventually the solar system and beyond. You can do that. You're not going to lose anything because you are everything. And some of us will, in this life, possibly will discover that when we decide to leave these bodies and we're out there in the sacredness of space, we will know that we're the light, that we are the love. We will not need to follow any other light anywhere. We are free. We've always been free, the gods that we are. We will be able to go anywhere we choose. The other light is the trap. To keep each of us in this constant, incessant reincarnation cycle forever. Now, if you took a starship off this planet, got far enough out, saw its entire globe in its entirety, you would see that it glowed. And we have 8 billion gods and bodies, not including all the other gods and all the other physical forms. So you would see the lights around this planet in this universe, and they would look like candles lit in a dark room. Dim, dim, dim. Now, we also know that we have parts of ourselves that are asleep, parts of the gods that we are that are asleep. We're not concerned about them. We love them, but they're not awake. We interact with the parts of ourselves that are awake to a certain extent. So what that means is that that's all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It's the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. All of our loved ones who've ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. All the off-worlders, galactics, and celestials. Now, the galactics and celestials, off-worlders, over 1,000 species, civilizations, travel through the solar system every day. It's like a highway. Trillions throughout the universes every day. And we're familiar with a small group. Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Felines, Zeta Reticuli, Anunnaki, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilians, Golden Pyramid, Abion. All of it. Now, this particular group has been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. Now, the light energy beings, because of the eyes that we have with these bodies, we only see 1% of what is. We don't see the light spectrums. We don't see infrared. We don't see ultraviolet, violet, red, the blue. We don't see those. These light energy beings. But they come in shapes, color, sizes, forms, configurations of which we don't see. But there is a group that we are intimately interacting with, part of it, on a daily basis. Fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls. The elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, and the minotaur. Now you ask yourself, can you stay, the God that you are, can you stay in that body without air, without water, without fire, without earth, without wood, without ether? No. So we're really connected to the elementals, these bodies are. That's why you have the opposing sides of the elementals. You have those who have mastered the art of directing chaos and destruction with the elementals, and then you have those that use them for good, benevolence, healing, uplifting, building. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. The gods within them and the gods within us are one. There's no difference. Their gods are experiencing a different physical form, which are our gods. We haven't learned that yet. We will. Now, we don't see them like we see each other. We do meet with them quite frequently. Most of the time we don't recognize that meeting. Other times we do. When our hearts are open, we would recognize the meeting every time. When our hearts are closed and we're in the ego mind, we miss it. And the times our hearts are open, what happens is that we say, that meeting, that person I just talked with, I don't know them, but, there's something about them. They're an angel. And you feel bliss. And they have the message, and they deliver this message, and they've been delivering this message for eons. And the message is, isn't it absolutely magna, glorious, stupendous, phenomenal to be alive in these bodies? Because when we aren't in these bodies, we don't eat, we don't sleep, we don't drink water, we don't laugh, we don't cry, we don't make love, we don't kiss, we don't hug. None of it, guys. We don't experience any of it. And you can see why these bodies are so enticing for us gods to enter and experience, because we can experience all that. It's endless. Again, that's another understanding of being in deep gratitude while we're in these bodies every second. Now, they can surround any one of us at any one time because of their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. And ask them, they'll be there in a blink of the eye, and you'll be in bliss. Now, the ascended masters, they have ascended into physical form, have mastered physical form, have ascended out of physical form, hold pure consciousness God form. We have ascended into physical form. We are in the process of mastering physical form. And we are creating our experiences to perfect our creations. And we're all gathered, so to speak. Doesn't matter if some parts of us are a billion light years away. We're one. And we're all gathered here for the complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. And we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, grow, and expand. We form a flaming white circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the kingdom of God, the God source, you, me, all of us in these bodies. Pure love, deep eternal love, flooding this planet, permeating, saturating, and flooding all life, the highest supreme value in the universes, so we begin to ascend above the planet. We're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. Now, it's not like the ocean of glitter you would probably look at on this planet at all. This is much different. The best way to describe it is a grand finale fireworks display way beyond anything we've ever had on this planet, and the same with a laser light show display, and a ballroom mirrored globe that reflects light, turns slowly. We've seen them. But this one is 1 trillion times larger and 1 trillion times more intense. And you combine all that in one massive burst of light and color and reflection, constantly repeating itself. And we're curious, so we go to the reflective points of this ocean of glitter. And we notice these tiny little microscopic mirrors, perfectly etched, that we enter. When we enter them, we discover that all of us, uncountable numbers, Googleplexes fill this whole universe with not even 1 square inch of sacred space to spare. All of it. We're either teaching, learning, teaching, or both. Students, teachers, students, or both. And not just with each other, ourselves, birds, dogs, cats, moose, cows, bugs, everything. But we get so seduced by the material physical world that we don't see that. But when you sit and you just be, you're not doing anything, and you watch. What is that squirrel teaching me? Because remember, God is in everything. The tree isn't life. It's the God that gives the tree life, that enters the tree to experience the physical form. It's the same with everything. It's a choice. It's a clarity that we discover of what is within us. This is how we master life. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created to remind ourselves, the gods that we are within these bodies, are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all, the gods that we are within these bodies, of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are protected with the love that we are made of as the gods that we are. This is the highest of the highest high frequencies. We cannot be affected. No demon possession, no attachments, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, no invasions of any kind, ever. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, anger, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, hurriedness, revenge, envy, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. then there's all kinds of possibilities. Demon possession, attachment, lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies everywhere. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a double column of light. This is a double column of light that we created. The first part of the column of light is the purple transmuting flame. We created this part of the column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness, where they are no more. We're then met with the second part of this column of light, the violet ray. We created this part of the column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray. Right behind the purple transmuting flame, we can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, deepest, and purest of the purest, purest, eternal love. Gratitude, peace. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that we created to remind all of us, the gods that we are within these bodies, that we are the sun, the sunlight. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the rivers, the oceans, the lakes, the streams. We are the trees, the forests, the rainbows, the rain, the mountains, the animals. We're everything. Everything is us. So the next time you see or view a sunset or a sunrise, ocean front, starry lit night sky, rainbow, and you look at it and you say through the heart mind, that is the God that I am. That is the God that I am. It's a whole different, it's just totally different than saying, isn't that beautiful? Because then you're missing the God that you are. We continue to ascend above the planet. Some of us step outside our physical form, hover effortlessly above it, if we're carrying physical form. And we do this because it's fun, and we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system and beyond. In the center of the tower is this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a golden white bowl of light. It, in turn, is surrounded by numerous multicolored rings of light. And they seem to never end. Now, they create this super white, misty, sparkling, electrified cloud. And it's absorbed in through our heart minds. And it's like a warm embrace that never ends. We discovered that the golden white bowl of light is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, deepest, and the purest of the purest, purest, eternal love. Then comes well-being, gratitude, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, tremendous prosperity, tremendous abundance. And we discover that it's all a reflection of us, the gods within these bodies. At the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, infinity and beyond, as it's doing right now, saturating, permeating, and flooding all of us. All life, the highest supreme value in the universes. It is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, deepest, the purest, purest, purest eternal love. And we are drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is a drops of the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We are then met with our meditative sphere. We created this sphere almost 4 years ago. In 9 days, it'll be 4 years. And it holds over 1,800 of our meditations in perpetual motion, infinity and beyond. They continue to intensify, expand, and grow. And we're being flooded, bathed, saturated, and permeated with them every second of our existence. And you can tap into them anytime. This universe has a plan for each of us. It is a divine plan. It is a magnificent plan. It is our soul's plan as well. Would you like to know it? It will be fully revealed to you the moment you let go of everything in your life and experience your true self in each moment as unbounded and infinite. I join you in a meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. All the great enlightened beings of this world became that way because they deeply understood one basic thing: their eternal connection to a divine source and who they really are. Take a few minutes to give yourselves permission to understand this for yourself. You are an enlightening being waiting to realize it today. Take this with you for the rest of the day, evening and night, following morning. We will return here Friday, February 4th, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. And Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, to continue our reverse aging health call.